and gentlemen, have I got some exciting news for you today. Not only is this my first full day at Fright Fest, meaning I'm here open to close, Screamin' Eagle is back open finally. They did not have the ride listed on the sign out front that said it will be closed, which has been down the past few weeks. I saw the blue train crest the top of the lift hill, so that tells me it should be back open today. So I'm very excited to go get some laps on that. Some of my other favorites like Boss, Mr. Freeze, and Joker. I might also potentially be getting my first double milestone ride on Justice League. I'll get more into details about that later on, but for now, let's wait for the park to open. Just rode Screamin' Eagle for the first time in about a month. Front row red train Zen ride. Not much airtime, but I still had a great time riding this rough but awesome PTC. I would have gone for more rides if there wasn't a bee flying around the brake run, and the fact that there was already a full train with the people when I got back in. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do now, because with how scary that bee on the brake run of Eagle was, I'm a little nervous about how Boss will ride, because there could be wasps swarming the top of the lift hill right now, and I just don't know. So I think I might hold off until later to do it. And I think I might as well try and get on every coaster in the park today since I rode Screamin' Eagle. Let's do the coaster gauntlet today, because I haven't done it since June, I believe. I think I'm gonna go down towards Justice League now and get some work done on that. So let's head down that way, and then on the way down there, I'll talk about more of what I need to do in order to get this double milestone. Let me give you guys a bit of a rundown as to what I need to do in order to get this double milestone, assuming everything goes as planned. The first thing I need to do is obviously I'm gonna need to get up to 2,500, and I need to get 300 double maxes, which I'm at 288. So I would need 12 double maxes, because that's 24 maxes I would be getting with 12 doubles. But then you're thinking to yourself, how would that get you to 2,500 if you still 10 off? That's where the single maxes come into play. I need 10 of those at least in order to get the double milestone to happen. I did realize that I could get an extra single max, which if I double max from $24.99 and to $25.01, that would still count, because I would still be getting both milestones in the same ride. But if I started the ride at $2,500 and ended at $25.02, or if I started at $24.97 and ended at $24.99, those are not counted. So we'll figure out how I'm gonna make that work, but obviously we're not gonna be going anywhere because the ride is temporarily unavailable. Mr. Freeze since Justice League wasn't open yet, and it was an awesome ride as per usual. Justice League is still not open right now, so I'm starting to wonder if 2,500 is even possible, but we still got plenty of time left. But so I don't waste any more time, I'm gonna go try American Thunder. That way I'll be on a coach that's semi-close by, so I don't have to go all the way to the back of the park, ride something, and then come back to it. So let's go do that. Plus I'll be able to hear the Joker behind the wall, so that'll tell me if the ride is testing or not. So let's head over towards American Thunder. Unless things change, the double milestone run is impossible for today. The projector for screen 4 is completely out. You can't see anything on the screen. Last week it was very dark. This time there was nothing. I definitely don't see myself doing this as much today unless they fix screen 4, which I wouldn't count on the double milestone run happening now at this point. It's a little after 1:30 right now, and it's crazy to think that 2 weeks ago, around this time, I was headed backstage to go find Boss. If you haven't seen my Daredevil Days vlog from a couple weeks ago, I highly recommend checking that one out, because you'll get to see some really unique views of Boss that the average person doesn't get to see often. Now that I got a couple rides on Justice League, I'm gonna go over and ride American Thunder now and see how this thing's running. coasters for quite some time, if I do guess, because there were wasps all over the lift hill. So that definitely was scary, because I've been terrified of bees and wasps since I was born. But I definitely don't want to ride Boss, because that was a problem child for me last year. Because I'm convinced I got stung through my shirt by a wasp, but I did nothing to it because they were swarming the last third of the way up the whole lift hill. So I'm definitely not riding any more coasters for quite some time. I think I'll spend some time getting footage while it's light out, and then I'll get some more coaster rides when it gets darker out. Plus, nighttime is the best time to do these coasters anyway. Unfortunately, Mother Nature strikes again for I don't even know how many times this year, where the rides have closed down for weather when I'm at a park. So that's really unfortunate that everything's down. And I'm surprised that they didn't close sooner, because there was a lot of darker clouds like you might have seen in some of the ninja footage I just shot. I'm surprised the rides didn't close down right then and there. And then I heard some thunder. I'm like, okay, now they're definitely closing. So I guess it's off to Justice League now, because that's the only good ride I would say that is open right now. This is exactly what I expected to see. The line for Justice League outside the building. Since the rides reopened, I did Joker, which was absolutely absurd. I actually tried looking upwards on the Max Wings, and it felt like a pretzel. It was nuts. Then I did Rookie Racer Back Row. Now I'm going to be trying McDougal's Family Hayride, which is a Fright Fest exclusive attraction. I have no idea what this ride is like, so let's give it a go.
We gotta wait.
McDougal's Family Hayride, and it was a pretty cute little family attraction they have for Kids Boo Fest. I would say if you're visiting with some people that may not like coasters but want to do some other stuff during breakfast, I would say this is a good option for us. Now let's ride Ninja since we're right here, and hopefully the wasps aren't as much of a problem here as they were on American Thunder. Ninja, second back row, and it was pretty solid. Definitely a bit janky, but then again, that's to be expected with a half arrow, half Frankenstein, and nothing scared me over there. What made it even cooler, though, is that my friend Will, not Lily's brother Will, but a different Will, there's two Wills that I know. I was riding with Will, and he was singing the Demon theme song from Six Flags Great American Will on Ninja. That made it more funny. So that was overall a pretty good ride. So I've done half of the coaster today, so I'm still missing Batman, Boomerang, Boss, River King Mine Train, and Pandemonium. So I think I was gonna go towards Pandemonium, because I was gonna do that before we did McDougal's, but we never did. So let's head towards Pandemonium.
For technical difficulties.
Decided to take another ride on American Thunder since I was passing by and I saw it closed. So I figured I could try for another Zen ride, see if I could redeem myself from earlier. At first I thought I did have the Zen ride. I looked behind me and there was a ride up in the back row, which I guess they had to do safety rides again. So I find it pretty odd that they had to do safety rides again, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get a ride reopened, even if that means running safety checks again. So that's why I wasn't able to get the Zen ride, but it was about a month or so. My first ride today wasn't the best, but it's worth noting there were no wasps on the list of this, so that was really nice. Now let's go to Pandemonium and knock that out, and then we'll probably head up towards the boss from there. recently, but today is not one of those days. I was gonna ride Screaming Eagle. They're evacuating from the lift hill right now, so that's gonna be down for quite a while, looks like. So I was gonna try Boomerang, that is also not open right now. So I hope I'm able to ride it at some point today, which the train's not even in the station right now. So I wonder if it valleyed. It didn't valley, but it is stopped partially up the backwards lift. So it seems like this will also be down for a little while. ever, and I gotta say, it was a really solid ride. Boomerang still hasn't reopened, so I did Screaming Eagle front row at night. It was running amazing, very fast, great airtime, and also pretty smooth. Then I did Batman twice, front row and back row. I did back row first. I thought it was running incredible. Then I tried the front and it was even crazier. So I'm very impressed with how good Batman was running today. It was running almost the fastest I've seen this year. It was running so fast. So no complaints about that. Let's get a couple more matches in on Justice League, then we'll go ride Mr. Freeze more times. Also do want to try Boss at night. Got a few more maxes on Justice League, and we're about an hour away from the last hour marathon that I always do. Before I get to that, I want to ride Mr. Freeze twice more, go up to Boss for a night ride on that, and hopefully if Boomerang's open, get a ride on that, because that's the only coaster in the park I haven't ridden today. So for now, let's do 2 rides on the best coaster in the park. Freeze took a little bit longer than I expected for just 1 ride, so I am going to only do it once for right now. Front row, side B this time. Would have done the back, and the line for that was shorter than the front, but the back had quite a bit of look, so that's why I did the front the second time. I think I like my first ride a little better. For one, the launch was a lot slower this time. We actually got a pretty decent hang time on the top hat. I wouldn't say it was close to rolling back per se, but it was definitely slower than earlier. The rest of the ride, it wasn't quite as intense as earlier, so Boss beats it out for today. Speaking of Boss, I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to get on that before 10 o'clock because Boomerang is back up now. So I'm gonna go over there and get on that because that is the last coaster I need to ride today, and then I'll done the coaster complex. A little bit of a risk with Boomerang and rode the front row instead of the back when I found the back to be much smoother last time. Honestly, I didn't find it too bad this time. That being said, I would not say it is one of the better rides I did today. I thought both the coasters I rode were better. Since I got off of Boomerang pretty quickly and it's almost 9:45, I feel like I have time for a Boss night ride. So we're gonna head down to Boss, take a ride on that, and then lap Justice League till close. Night rides are nothing short of elite. That was probably the fastest I've seen it run all season. Besides the one ride I had on opening day where it overshot the brakes and trouble with it. If it keeps running like that throughout the remainder of Fright Fest, I feel like it could potentially take the top spot back from Mr. Freeze, which given my rides on Mr. Freeze recently, I feel like it's got tough competition, but man, that was something. Not sure how I managed to pull this one off, but somehow I had 2 runs where I got 700,000 with the second blaster without being able to see in screen 4. That is pretty dang impressive if you ask me, and that was a solid end to today. My final ride count from the day was 13 on Justice League, 2 on every coaster in the park with the exception of Boomerang, Ninja, River King Mine Train, and Pandemonium. All of those I got 1 ride on each, as well as Joker Carnival of Chaos, which I also did once. In terms of highlights, getting back on Screaming Eagle for the first time in almost a month, it was really exciting to do that. Boss was running phenomenal, especially at night. Batman was running great as well. Getting to hang out with Will, getting some rides in. It was just overall an amazing day. And before I close out this video, please be sure to leave a like if you haven't done so already. Be sure to comment what you enjoyed about this video, and be sure to share it with someone else you may know. If you're new to this channel like we saw, please consider subscribing for more content like this. I'd appreciate you subscribing and turn the bell on so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Also have an Instagram account for the pictures I take whenever I visit the parks, so be sure to check me out there as well via the link in the description. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you later.